And it goes a little something like
I'll keep you all summer and after I'll keep you all summer.
This Honorable Court of the Regional Trial Court, Branch 33, with the Honorable Judge Alexandra Lopez is now in session. All rise. Let's pray. In the name of the Father, Almighty God, we stand in your holy presence as our supreme judge. We humbly beseech you to bless and inspire us so that what we think, say, and do will be in accordance with your will. Enlighten our minds, strengthen our spirit, and fill our hearts with eternal love, wisdom, and understanding, so that we can become effective channels of truth, justice, and peace. In our proceedings today, guide us in the path of righteousness for the fulfillment of your greater glory. Amen.
Court is now in session. Call the case.
For arraignment, criminal case number 1322, People of the Philippines versus Gibson for the crime of robbery with homicide. Appearance for prosecution and the defense counsel.
Your Honor, I am Attorney John Bert Ujamar, appearing as a prosecutor under the direct control and supervision of the public supervisor.
Is the accused around?
Yes, Your Honor. Please approach the bench.
Do you have a lawyer or do you want the court to appoint you a lawyer?
I do have a lawyer.
Attorney Cheryl Ann Cochin will be appointed as the lawyer for the accused.
Yes, Your Honor.
Arraign the accused.
Criminal case number 1322, People of the Philippines versus Abayan. On December 14, 2021 at about 6 p.m., Miss Eliza Imperial with her group of friends was conducting an overnight in the house of Miss Crisel Moreno. On the morning of December 15, 2021 at about 7 o'clock, Miss Eliza Imperial was found unconscious on the floor by Crisel Moreno. The findings of the doctor said Miss Eliza Imperial was strangled to death. Based on the police investigation, the probable cause of the crime was robbery with homicide.
Do you understand the crime charge against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is your plea?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
The accused pleaded not guilty, Your Honor.
Let it be on the record for the accused pleaded not guilty for the crime of robbery with homicide. The information was read to him in English, a language known and understood by the accused. Also, Attorney Cochin, the defense counsel of the accused, assisted him in this arraignment.
Your Honor, we would like to set the case for trial on December 17, 2021.
Are you amenable with the scheduled defense counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, set the trial for the case on December 17, 2021. We only have one case for today.
Yes, Your Honor.
In today's trial, the arraignment of a Bayan criminal case number 1322 is conducted. The information is read to him in English and language known and understood by him. Defense counsel, Attorney Ajamar and Attorney Cochin assisted the accused. The accused pleaded not guilty for the crime charged against him. No objections, both for prosecution and defense. The case is set for trial on December 17, 2021. Notify the parties thereto. So ordered.
Please rise. The Regional Trial Court, Branch 33 is now in session. The Honorable Judge Alexandra Lopez presiding.
Members of the prosecution, your duty today will be to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty based only on facts and evidence provided in this case. The prosecution must prove that a crime was committed and that the defendant is the person who committed the crime. However, if you are not satisfied of the defendant's guilt to the extent, then reasonable doubt exists and the defendant must be found not guilty. Miss Divine Claro, what is today's case?
Your Honor, today's case is the criminal case number 1322, People of the Philippines versus Abayo.
Is the prosecution ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
We will now hear the opening statements from the prosecution. Prosecutor Ojamar, please state your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Attorney John Bert Ujamar. On behalf of our state, we want to thank you for being here today. Under our criminal justice system, citizens charged with certain crimes are entitled to have their case heard by a jury of their peers. People just like you. We are all grateful that you recognize your civic duty and are willing to set aside your personal priorities to be here. As you have heard, the defendant has been charged with the crime of robbery with homicide. On December 14, 2021, at about 6 p.m., Ms. Eliza Imperial, the victim, with her group of friends was conducting an overnight activity in the house of Miss Crisel Moreno. On the morning of December 15, 2021, at about 7 o'clock, Miss Eliza Imperial was found unconscious on the floor by Crisel Moreno. The findings of the doctor said Miss Eliza Imperial was strangled to death. Based on the police investigation, the probable cause of the crime was robbery with homicide. And while the defense will try to convince you that the defendant did not do the crime of robbery with homicide, the state will provide convincing arguments that he is the one who did the crime that leads to the death of Miss Imperial. Thank you.
Defense attorney, would you wish to state your case?
Your Honor, I am Attorney Shireen Kochi. I would like to thank you for being here today. Let me start with a very simple statement. Under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. My client have no knowledge regarding the crime of robbery with homicide. We will show later on our evidence that Mr. Abayon is in the house on the day when the crime with Miss Imperial happened. He did not leave his house on the said day because he feels to just stay at home. With this, my client is innocent. As the state's attorney mentioned, please keep in mind that the burden of proof falls on the state. If at the end of the trial you have any reasonable doubt in the state's case, then you should find my client is not guilty. Thank you.
Direct examination of Crisel Moreno by Prosecutor John Berry Ojamar.
Put your witness to the witness stand.
May I call on Miss Crisel Moreno?
Sir and the witness.
Do you swear to tell the truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth in this case?
Yes, ma'am. Please state your name and other personal circumstances.
I'm Crisel Moreno, 19 years of age, single, a college student of Philip Capital College, one of the close friends of Eliza Imperial, and the resident of San Antonio, Philip Camarines Sur.
Your witness.
Your Honor. We are presenting the testimony of Crisel Moreno to prove that she was the one who discovered the body of his friend Eliza Imperial. On December 15, 2021, at about 6 o'clock in the morning, she was also the one who asked for the police officers to investigate the case. She's going to identify or testify that when the body of his friend was taken by the authority, she saw the body of Eliza Imperial lying on the floor. She's going to testify on what she saw on the crime scene and the reason of the death of her friend, Eliza Imperial. That's all for the Your Honor.
Proceed.
Please tell the court your name, age, occupation, residence, and other personal circumstances.
I'm Crisel Moreno, 19 years old, single, one of the close friends of Eliza Imperial, and the resident of Zone 2 San Antonio, Philip Camarines Sur.
Miss Crisel Moreno, will you please tell on this honorable court where you were on December 14, 2021 at around 8 o'clock in the evening?
I was in our house at Zone 2 San Antonio,
Who lives in that house?
me and my parents.
Who was with you at the particular time of the day?
I was with my close friends.
Where are your parents at that time?
My parents visited our close relatives.
What particular activity happened at that time?
We had an overnight at our house.
While you were sleeping, did something or someone wake you up?
Nothing, sir.
After waking up, what did you do?
After waking up, I tried to go to the bathroom, but I found Eliza at the floor.
Can you tell us what happened next?
I rushed to Eliza when I found her. I tried to wake her up because I thought she just lost consciousness. I tried checking her pulse and breathing, but I couldn't feel anything. I tried to call for help at my friends. After that, we rushed to the nearest police station 2 kilometers from our house.
After the incident, was some material is missing at your house?
Yes.
Can you please tell us?
Cell phone of my friends and mine.
Did you already retrieve your cell phone?
Yes.
How did you retrieve your cell phone?
The police retrieved all of our cell phones from the house of the accused.
By the way, do you know of any person by the name Willie Gibson Abayo?
No, sir.
How do you know Willie Gibson Abayo?
He was the one who killed my friend, sir.
Your Honor. The witness is incompetent to answer.
Sustained. Please proceed.
Now, if Billy Gibson killed Ellie is around, would you be able to identify the accused?
Yes.
Could you point to? For the record, witness points to a person who identifies himself as Willie Gibson Abay. I have no further question, Your Honor.
Shall we proceed to cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor.
Cross-examination of Ms. Lucel Moreno by Attorney Cochil.
Miss Moreno, you testified that you saw Alisa unconscious on the floor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you thought that Miss Alisa was just simply unconscious on the floor?
Yes, Your Honor.
So with that in mind, you tried to wake her up by just casually shaking her body?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Moreno, why did you think that Alisa was just unconscious when you see her at the floor?
I thought she fainted at the floor.
So after that, you checked her pulse and breathing.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you called for help?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you called your friends first.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did they come immediately?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are all of you confused of what happened to Alisa?
Yes, Your Honor. We did not know what happened to her or why she was on the floor.
After that, you rushed to the nearest police station.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why did not you call for an ambulance?
We realized that all of our phones are missing.
Did you report your missing phones during or after the incident?
After the incident.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Direct examination of SPO2 John Martin Algones by Prosecutor John Bert Ojamar.
I'm calling on SPO2 John Martin Alcones.
Do you swear tell the truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth in this case?
Yes, sir.
Please state your name and other personal circumstances.
SPO2 John Martin Algones, 29 years of age, single, police and resident of Zone 5 Street, Bulacan Sur.
Your witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This witness, Your Honor, SPO2 John Martin Alcones, will testify on the findings in the investigation report prepared by him to prove the following. First, that the cause of the victim's death is asphyxiation. Second, that the motive is robbery. And third, that the possible crime is done by the accused. May we proceed, Your Honor?
Proceed.
Mr. Alcones, you declare that you are a police. Where did you finish your degree?
Pili Capital College,
When did you graduate?
2015.
Are you a licensed police?
Yes.
When did you pass the police board examination?
In 2016,
Where are you presently connected?
I'm presently connected with the Pili Municipal Police Station, San Isidro, Pili.
Where do you work?
I work as Special Police Officer 2 at the Pili Municipal Police Station's Investigation Unit.
How long have you been a police officer?
7 years.
What were your duties while you were an officer in the city?
I am in charge in investigations.
Are you the one tasked with investigating Miss Imperial's case?
Yes.
Is it correct that asphyxiation was the cause of her death?
Yes.
Do you have any evidence that is true?
Yes.
Where is your evidence?
The death certificate of the victim.
I'm showing you this certificate of death. Kindly tell us this is the same certificate you issued to the victim, Miss Eliza Imperial.
Yes, this is the certificate.
This was previously marked as Exhibit A during direct examination of Miss Priscilla.
Mark it as A1.
What is the most probable motive for the crime according to her investigation?
Robbery.
Can you tell us what?
During our investigations, Ms. Moreno informed us that their cell phones are missing and that we had discovered that the victim's wallet was beside the staircase.
Why is the wallet next to the staircase?
We believe the intruder dropped it while rushing to the second floor in search of an exit.
Robbery is the main motive of the accused. Then why is the victim dead?
According to our investigations, as the time Miss Imperial gets out of the CR, the accused who is attempting to escape, her sir decided to wait for the victim to attack her. However, we believe that the victim tries to fight the accused, which causes him to struggle to her death.
During your investigation, did you search Miss Moreno's house?
Yes,
Did you seize anything during that search?
I did. I gathered the black wallet from the floor and made the copy of the CCTV footage in the second floor.
What did you do with it?
I put the wallet in the blue paper evidence bag in the SD card where we copied the CCTV footage. In a brown paper evidence bag, I sealed the bag with red and white tape and wrote the date, time, and place that wallet were found and the case number on the bag.
Did you check the evidence box and bring it to court today?
Yes, I did.
With the permission of the court, I'm handing you what's been marked as People's Exhibit 1 and 2 for identification. Do you recognize it?
This is the black wallet and the SD card where we copy CCTV footage I gathered from Miss Moreno's house during my search.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross.
Yes, Your Honor.
Cross-examination of SPO2 John Martin Algones by Attorney Quachid.
Sir Algones, you testified that asphyxiation was the cause of the victim death. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the state of Miss Moreno's house when you saw it?
It looks normal with a little mess from the scattered charger.
Are those the chargers for the stolen cell phone?
Yes.
Does it appear to have been robbed by a group of people?
No.
What made you conclude that it is not robbed by a group of people?
During our investigations, we found no trace that it had been robbed by a group of persons. Because only cell phones are being stolen and since the wallet that is supposed to be taken has been dropped.
You also testified that it was him, not her. Will you tell this honorable court why did you just use the pronoun him? Do you have evidence that the person who enters the house that day is male and not female?
Based on the CCTV footage, we believe it is a man.
Now, you mentioned about man. Who was the man who strangled the victim in this case? Police officer. Was it Mr. Abayon? Is there a possibility of a conspiracy at that? Maybe one of the friends wants the phone because it has an important file that they want.
I cannot tell, Your Honor.
Would that also mean that in the case of the victim, such conspiracy can happen?
I cannot tell, Your Honor.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Redirect.
Redirect examination of SPO2 John Martin Algones by Prosecutor John Bert Ajaman.
Mr. Alvarez, is it possible that there are other reasons why robbery happened?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will you please explain how that reason could lead to the crime?
If a person is in desperate need and hurts to or find opportunity to steal or commit a crime in exchange for money, they will take advantage of it since it is the opportunity that they have been looking for. That is why, when discussing private matters, it is best not to do it in public, since it may lead to the disclosure of important information.
Could you explain to the court what you mean by that, officer?
In the case of the complainant, They must probably leak some important information because, as Morena told us at the station when they were in the store talking about staying overnight because her parents were not in the house. They saw that someone was listening intently to them, and we see that the accused heard that, which is why he took advantage of the opportunity to rob in such short period.
No further question, Your Honor.
Recross.
No recross, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, all the truth and nothing but the truth in this case?
Yes.
Please state your name and other personal circumstances.
Abayan Gibson, 26 years of age, single, and resident of Zone 2, San Antonio.
Mr. Abayo, can you tell us about your occupation?
I have no occupation.
Will you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am a resident of San Antonio, PE, currently unemployed. My parents are deceased while I was 12 years age. I stopped studying at high school.
Mr. Abayo, where are you before the time of 8 in the evening of December 14?
I was buying some cigarette at the store.
After that, what did you do?
I returned home to eat dinner.
After that,
I sleep after that.
Mr. Abayo, where are you at the day of December 15, 2021, 3 a.m.?
I was at my home, sleeping.
Is there someone who can testify that you are sleeping at your home?
No, Your Honor.
Do you recognize this phone in this video?
No, Your Honor.
For the record, the accused said that he did not recognize the evidence shown to him. Based on the investigation of PO2 Algones, the person in this video is recognized as Abayan Gibson. This evidence shown in this courtroom are also gathered at your home.
Cross-examination of Abayan Gibson by Attorney Ajomar.
Mr. Abayan, you testified that on December 14, 2021, at 8 o'clock in the evening, did you bought cigarettes at the store?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where is that store? Is it beside the house of Miss Morena?
Yes.
You said that you are at your home on December 15, 2021, at 3 o'clock a.m.
No, Your Honor.
Can you recognize these girls that are also buying at the time of the store?
No, Your Honor.
You said that you are at your house on December 15, 2021, at 3 o'clock a.m.
Yes.
You're sleeping at that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you do before you sleep that day?
I take a bath.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Redirect.
No, Your Honor.
Is there any witness with the side of the prosecution?
No, Your Honor.
The final judgment will be held on December 18, 2021. Is the defense counsel agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will the defendant please stand? You may read the verdict.
As to charge against Mr. Abayan, Your Honor, we find as follows. Mr. Abayan is guilty for the crime of robbery with homicide.
Thank you, everyone.
Court is adjourned. Order in the court.